Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, not much good depending on your location. Please join in the struggle to liberate our people from the contraption. Like and share videos. Nuro luayo, na nuro luayo. Nuro luayo, na nuro luayo. Ọ dịghị mgbe ike mmadụ ga-akarị ike Chukwu. Ọ dịghị mgbe ike Naịjirịa ga-akarị ike Biafra. Nna nuro, onye kere ụwa nuro luayo. Nna nuro, Olisa binigwe nuro akwayo. Now, the news updates.
Antonio Guterres has come out publicly to say that freedom fighting, it is not a crime. That is enshrined in the UN Charter, that self-agitation, it is not a crime. So the reason why Ekpa is still in incarceration, the government needs to tell the world why Finland is still holding Ekpa and Mazi in detention. That everybody has right to self-agitation. Everybody has right to self-referendum as enshrined in the United Nations Charter, and which Nigeria itself is a signatory to it, that has always kept the country under bondage, whereby you feel that nobody born of man can come up with the issue of division. And now, thank God that the United Nations President Antonio Guterres has come out to say self-agitation is a welcome idea, that anyone who feels they cannot be part of a contraction anymore can excuse themselves. That anyone who feels they cannot belong to a country anymore, they can reach out and exit that country. Why are they still holding those who want to exit the country? Why is Finnish government still holding Ekpa for fighting for the freedom of people? Why is the Nigerian state still holding Mazi over the Biafran agitation? Why are they still holding him? Because they are holding him because of their own selfish interests. They are holding him all to themselves because they are the one partaking, they are the one enjoying in this one Nigeria. And some of you that is coming out to say one Nigeria, that Nigeria cannot divide. Who told you that the country cannot divide? In 1914, before the amalgamation, don't we have the southern and the northern protectorates? We are not even living together. We are not one. But today, when the British came up with this forceful marriage, they had to join us together. And now this is that result of that marriage has now brought the country into a stagnant, has now brought the country standstill, has now brought the country whereby the country itself is not moving forward. The country as of today is not moving forward. The country as it stands has remained stagnant for 60 years. So when Ojukwu fought the Civil War, he knew all this. And if Gowon had kept to his own promise after the Oduri Accord in Ghana, all this issue of Fulanis, all these issues of Igbos wanting to exit the country would not come up, because I could not really that in the same Abu Accord there was a place that Gowon agreed to restructure the country, that every region would manage their resources, but Gowon came back to the country and refused to implement that, and this has caused a whole lot of chaos now in the country, that you see that Fulanis will migrate from the Sahel and come down to the southern part of the country to torment people, to cause havoc, to cause chaos. And nobody is checkmating the excessive of these so-called Fulanis. So now that the Finnish, now that The UN government has vindicated Simon Ekpa that self-agitation, it is not a crime, that it is enshrined in the United Nations Charter. So I think the Finnish government have to bury their face in shame. You are only Simon Ekpa. People are being quiet in the societies on a daily basis. How many persons, how many lives has been lost just because you want to keep Nigeria together? If Nigeria is a state that don't obey the rule of law, are you not saying that the Finnish government or the Finland state should not also obey the rule of law? Are we saying that Finland too should not obey rule of law? The question is, how long can we continue to be in this fake marriage, in this false marriage that is not working? A marriage that some years ago Fulanis invaded Kwara State, Ilorin, and quiet over 24 persons were quiet, and up till now no arrest has been made, just because Kanu said that the Igbos will exit the country. Today Mazen Kanu is in detention. Mazen Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya, brought back to the country, just because he said that one Nigeria is a scam. And truly is one Nigeria not a scam. By the way things have been going now, is the country is one Nigeria not a scam? How many lives need to go down? How many lives need to cut short before we call a spade a spade? The UN should not just only speak out. The UN should intervene in the case between Simon Ekpa and Finland. The UN President Antonio Guterres need to summon the Finnish government and hold a roundtable meeting with him and tell them what is enshrined in the United Nations Charter, and also hold a roundtable meeting with the President of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and tell him the truth. And tell him the truth that we cannot continue like this, that this country cannot go forward if we continue to marginalize a particular tribe, if we continue to abandon a particular tribe, we cannot go forward. And that is why we see that the Fulanis believe that they are above the law. The Fulani believes that they are superior. Ever since the Fulani have been killing, flying people, disaliving and unaliving people, what has the Finnish government done to it? So freedom fighting, self-agitation, it is not a crime. It is the free will of people if they are not ready to be part of a particular contraption. If they are not ready to be part of a contraption. So nobody has the right, nobody has the monopoly to gag anybody freedom.
My people, on don't hear them now. What do you make of it? Drop your comments. But remember, it's Biafra or nothing. Bye for now.